This is the Astros 2024 season preview, the bullpen episode. Let's get right into the bullpen. Obviously, we know the big addition of Josh Hader. You still have Brian Abreu. You've got Ryan Presley. But Dez, Josh, who are some guys that we might not be talking about? And I'll start with one. Bennett Sousa.
Ooh, he flashed.
Yeah.
He flashed.
I'm high on Bennett Sousa. Dude, he dealt for us last year, even though he wasn't eligible for the playoffs. His outings were really, really good. That's a guy I'm going to love watching pitch this season.
That's a good. I'll give, you know what? Seth Martinez. That dude just shows up and goes to work. He's done it the last few years. It's bring your lunch pail type guy. First one in, last one out. I'll go Seth.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, here's one. Let's look for another bounce back guy.
Ooh, everyone's favorite.
Montero. What are we expecting from Monty?
I mean, look, you let Maton Neris and Stanek walk, but Rafael Montero has to be the bridge guy to the dudes, to the three horsemen. He has to step up. He has to bounce back. He got that fat contract. He got the Uncle Bagwell contract. He needs to be the guy. And look, he was rounding into form late. Yep. So need not a 2022. If it's a 2022 Montero, I'll be ecstatic. That means we'll probably win the World Series. But if he's just half of that, which is way better than 2023, we're cooking.
Yeah, and then, you've got the injury to Kendall Graveman. So that's pretty much the back end guys are going to be Montero, Abreu, Presley, Hader, middle relief, Seth Martinez, Brandon Bielak. I'm sure will get some run as a spot starter, probably some bullpen innings. Parker Mushinski from the left side, Bennett Sousa from the left side. Another name that's pretty intriguing to me is what are we going to see, or what do y'all think about Dylan Coleman? He's one of the guys that got in the offseason. He's got good stuff, but he's got some control issues. He's a guy that I'm going to be interested to watch pitch as well.
Wow, dang.
Yeah,
boom, boom.
Yeah, it's 100%.
Boom. Yeah, we need to get him dialed in. And look, being in the Astros lab, being around those guys, get him dialed in. I think he has the stuff, right? Like, it's nasty. You just got to wrangle it a bit. So, maybe he's your 10-run up guy, 10-run down guy until he gets his feet wet. I don't know. He has nasty stuff though.
Yeah,
he really does.
He has the stuff. Can throw strikes will be yet to be determined. All right, here's a name that we've talked about for years and years now, it seems like, and yet he found himself with another little bit of an injury in spring training. Forrest Whitley with some middle finger soreness, swollenness, whatever. It's like, dude, are we going to figure this out or not?
I've been so pro Whitley these last 2 years, and a sore middle finger. Like,
come on.
I'm still there. I'm still believing. I think he gets some innings this year.
I root very, very hard.
I'm rooting hard for him.
Yeah, I'm rooting very hard for Forrest Whitley. But look, I'm going to be a realist right now. If he does not make his way to the big league level this season, it's sayonara. See you later. Good luck with your next team. That's where I'm at. Put up or shut up time. What do we got?
I get it. I don't like it, but I get it. I still think he does the thing. I think he pitches a good chunk of innings this year.
I hope so. I hope this is the year that Forrest Whitley figures it out and pitches for the Astros at the big league level.
He deserves it, man.
Yeah. Well,
he really does.
Yeah. It sucks for him, dude. He's been through so much, some self-inflicted, some not. Then he gets some middle finger issue early in spring training. Hasn't thrown. It sucks like all the way around. So I hope he figures it out. I hope he makes it to the big league level, and I hope he contributes to the Houston Astros. How confident are we in the bullpen?
Ooh, I think they're the best bullpen in baseball.
Well, they got the best 7, 8, 9. That's for damn sure.
I think anytime you have 3 dudes, you're immediately like a top 3 bullpen. And the Astros with Presley, with Hader, and with Brian Abreu, man. I mean, that's on it. Like, no joking aside, that is something you do as a kid on MLB The Show. You stack those guys in the pen, and now you have them at the big league level. Yeah, they're going to give up runs. Yeah, they're going to give up hits. 90% of the time, they're just going to be flat out dominant. And I love Skip talking about the roles already. We talked about it before. Hader, you're the closer. Presley, you're the 8th inning. You're 7th, 8th inning guy with Abreu. And you just go to work every day knowing what your job is and know what your role is. And so when you have those 3 guys, I mean, I think any team would trade for one of those guys just to be the closer, and we have 3. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, they've got the best 7, 8, 9 in all of baseball. There's no question about it, in my opinion. Last question before we finish up with the bullpen edition of the Astros season preview. Luis Garcia and Lance McCullers Jr., if and when they come back, July, August, whatever it is, they're slated to come back in July. Do you see either of those guys being in the bullpen?
That's a good question. I think at that time period, they'll probably have to go 6-man. I think out of necessity, yes. Like, until they get ramped up. But I don't think they're there in October.
So you think you're back in the rotation by October?
Yeah, I do. I really do.
I think both of them are going to see rolls out of the bullpen.
I think to get ramped up, yes.
Yeah.
And also, I think it's where are the Astros in July? Are you up a good amount? Are you chasing? Are you only up a few? Like, I think that all dictates how you're going to deploy those guys. Obviously, you want them to be ready and stretched out by October. I mean, even if the roll's in the pen, we know what games can get squirrely in October, and then you need a guy, a Luis Garcia or a Lance McCullers, to go eat 5 or 6 innings. Yeah, 100%. So I think you're going to have them stretched out. It's just I don't know how the process is going to be.
Yeah. Again, I think it's more piggyback situations. Bridge guy, long inning relief, or long relief inning type thing. So
as long as you get it to the 7th, as long as you get this team to the 7th or 8th, I mean, you're good.
Yeah,
however they do it.
Yeah, figure it out to get to the seventh inning, and you should be able to slam the door with those 3 cats in the back end of the bullpen, because that's going to be a lights out 7, 8, 9, dude. I mean, Brian Abreu in the 7th. Come on now. Brian Abreu could be a closer on a lot of teams, and he's going to be pitching probably in the 7th and the 8th inning for the Astros. That's just sick, dude. That's just disgusting. And then Brian Presley, one of the best postseason closers of all time. Here you go for the 8th inning. And oh, by the way, let's flip it to the left side and throw 100 from Josh Hader. Good luck. Good luck.
I think I don't think teams. I don't know teams. I don't think people realize what we're about to see with this team. And we're spoiled, right? Because 2022, we had the best bullpen in the history of baseball in the playoffs. Like, games were over in the 6th inning.
Yeah.
In our regular season, when games are over in the 7th, 8th, 9th, like, obviously you're going to still have your bridge guys. You're going to have bad starts, but that's a lot of confidence offensively where, like, hey, we only got 2, we only got 3 here. We're in a tight game. Like, you have a lot of confidence when it turns into that last third of the ball game. I think it blends into the guys playing loose. And I think we talked about it all camp. The guys are really loose. The expectations are still the same. The goals are still the same. The American League still runs through Houston. But that championship hangover, the short layoff, all that stuff's not there. And so I think you're going to see a team playing really loose. And, man, I think the confidence you see from the guys when that game flips over into the 7th inning, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be really fun. I'm pretty excited, man. It's opening day is literally right around the corner. So
can't fucking wait.
And the best part about it is they welcome the Yankees into town to open that season. So got some more previews coming before spring training ends for our season previews here on Beyond the Diamond. What we got: infield, outfield, and maybe a little bench roll.
Ooh.
So stay tuned to that because that's coming up on our next episode of Beyond the Diamond.
Yeah, as we talk about the infield and outfield and the bench filling out, that'll be the next episode. But with this episode, shout out to Big City Wings, Houston's Wing Joint, Apollo's Wing Joint, and shout out to U.S. Coins and Jewelry and Celebrity Mint, the two companies over there on I-10. Great follows on social media. They're doing really, really cool things with all their athletes as well. So shout out to our sponsors, Big City Wings and U.S. Coins Jewelry, Celebrity Mint.
That's going to do it for our bullpen preview for the Astros season in 2024. We're going to have a couple more coming up, so stay tuned to Beyond the Diamond right here on the Apollo Podcast Network.
Y'all ready for some baseball?
Baseball.